Good day. Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Friday, September 10, 2021. Davao City Mayor Sara DUTRERTE-CARIPO on Thursday said she will not run for president in 2022 after her father, current President Rodrigo Duterte, accepted his party's nomination for vice president. DUTRERTE-CARIPO said she and her father had agreed that only one of them can run for a national post in next year's election. The mayor maintained that her relationship with her father will remain the same as it was before. During the Partido Demokratiko Pilipino Lakas ng Bayan or PDP Laban National Convention in San Fernando City, Pampanga on Wednesday, Duterte accepted the endorsement of the bloc led by Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi to be its vice presidential candidate, with Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo as the standard bearer. Duterte, whose six-year term ends next year, is barred by the Constitution from seeking a second presidential term. The 76-year-old president said his decision to run for vice president was driven by his love of country. Meanwhile, Go again appealed to his party mates in the ruling PDP Laban to respect his decision, declining the nomination for him to run for president. The PDP Laban faction, led by Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi, proclaimed Go and President Rodrigo Duterte as the party's bets for president and vice president during its National Assembly held in Pampanga on Wednesday. Go thanked his party mates but repeated that he is not interested in running for president. Senator Panfilo Ping Lacson on Thursday said a syndicate in the Department of Budget and Management's Procurement Service Office is behind the anomalous purchase of medical supplies. Lacson said in a television interview at least one person with knowledge about the syndicate wants to cooperate with the Senate investigation on questionable contracts involving face masks and face shields. He said the Senate is working on something that would further open up the case involving Pharmaly Pharmaceutical Corporation, a firm with only 625,000 pesos in paid-up capital that has bagged at least 8 billion pesos worth of medical supply contracts from the PSDBM. Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship Jose Maria Joey Concepcion III is confident that a win-win solution can be reached with the implementation of bakuna or vaccine bubbles aimed at kicking back the country's economy safely amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Concepcion, the founder of Go Negosyo, made the statement as he thanked the mayors of Metro Manila for urging the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases to ease the COVID-19 guidelines for fully vaccinated persons. The Metro Manila Council, which is composed of the mayors of 17 local government units in the National Capital Region, made the call through a Metro Manila Development Authority resolution dated September 9. Only 242 of the nearly 14 million individuals who have been fully vaccinated, or about 0.0017%, were infected by COVID-19, proof that the vaccines available in the country work, according to the chief of the Food and Drug Administration. FDA Director General Rolando Enrique Dominguez said the number of infections among the vaccinated is even lower than those who got infected from March 1 to August 28 when the data was compiled. Based on the Vigiflow reporting system utilized by the FDA, Sinovac Biotech's CoronaVac, the dominant vaccine in use in the country, had 180 breakthrough infections. AstraZeneca's Vaxzevria vaccine had 47, the Janssen COVID-19 vaccine from Johnson & Johnson had 11, and Pfizer's Comirnaty had 4. Breakthrough infections are cases that have been infected more than 14 days after getting their second dose, or, in the case of the Janssen vaccine, their first dose. Most of the breakthrough infections were from the 18 to 44 and 45 to 64 age brackets, said to be the most active age groups in terms of work in the community. 99 children and 23 personnel of a private orphanage in Quezon City tested positive for COVID-19. Mayor Josefina Joy Belmonte placed the facility under lockdown. The children, all aged under 18, and the workers were from the Gentle Hands Orphanage in Barangay Bagumbuhay, Project 4, she said. Dr. Rolando Cruz, chief of the City Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit, said an asymptomatic adult visited the facility and unknowingly spread the virus that caused the outbreak. Belmonte said the outbreak could have been prevented and the children could have been saved from the life-threatening risks of COVID-19. She said the persons in authority of such facilities must be strict in implementing the minimum health protocols to prevent the spread of the deadly disease. The mayor called on other high-risk closed facilities to strictly enforce health protocols. Topping business, the trade gap widened in July as imports again exceeded exports. Data released by the Philippine Statistics Authority on Thursday showed. Preliminary figures put inbound shipments at $9.7 billion for the month, 24% higher year-on-year. Outbound merchandise, meanwhile, expanded by 12.7% to $6.4 billion. In sports, Filipino tennis sensation Alex Ayala got pushed to the limit by the opposition but still managed to enter the quarterfinal round in the girls singles and doubles events of the US Open early on Thursday Philippine time at the USTA Billie Jean King Tennis Center in Flushing Meadows, New York. Girls world number 2 ranked Ayala outplayed fellow 16-year-old Michaela Laki of Greece 4-5, 7-5, 6-4 in a 3-set match that lasted for over 2 hours and 23 minutes in the third round. Rigoberto Tiglao and Ruben Torres are today's front page columnists. Tiglao asks if the fall of Kabul symbolizes the end of the so-called American Empire, while Torres discusses the struggle for legitimacy in Myanmar. Today's editorial believes it is time to try out in-person classes. Read the full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the voice of the Times. The country's business process outsourcing industry continued to grow in 2020 despite the economic contraction caused by the pandemic. Exactly how resilient the industry will be in the years to come will be the focus of a forum at 10 a.m. today, organized by the Manila Times. Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello III will be the lead discussant in the forum. Resiliency and adaptability at all times of the BPO industry, bedrock of Philippine employment through the years. Other speakers include Zoe Diaz de Rivera from Lead for Talent Attraction and Academe Linkages IT and Business Process Association of the Philippines, and Ronel Delerio, Senior Officer of the Department of Labor and Employment's Institute for Labor Studies. The forum will be moderated by Times President and CEO Dante Clincang II and business columnist Ben Kritz. See you there. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and keep up with the Times. On behalf of the Manila Times, this is Arik John C. reporting. Have a safe Friday ahead.